Welcome back in NPL New South Wales women's coverage, coming to you from Wanderers Football Park in Rudy Hill. It's the Sydney Olympic home game technically, but the field has been changed and we are coming to you from Wanderville here. Is that alright? Tim, volume was? welcome back. It's round 13 in the NPL New South Wales women's competition, and we are at a slightly strange location for a Sydney Olympic home game. Their game with the Western Sydney Wanderers, originally scheduled for the Crest in Bankstown, has been moved out here to Rooty Hill. Wanderers Football Park now plays host to this Sydney Olympic versus Western Sydney Wanderers clash in the NPL Women's New South Wales. I'm Annabelle Bamfield. It's a chilly evening, but should be a great game of football. Get you started with the lineups and then talk through quite a multitude of changes for both teams in this game. For Sydney Olympic, they start with number 4, Shelby Milton, 7, Lola Sosai, 8, Tiana Petkovsky, 10, Ruby Nathan, 11, Juliana Nicholas, 28, Rochelle Borromeo, 31, Kaya Buchanan, 39, Sophia Varley, 52, Jaya Bowman, 58, Maya Fernandez, and 72, Baxter Few. And substitutes for technically the home side: 1, Chloe Carmichael, 12, Bella Voici-Yulden, 14, Maya Braun, 17, Morgan Witz, 61, Tess Quilligan, and 66, Peter Trimmis. As for the Wanderers, who are far more familiar with this ground, they start with number 2, Annabella Keep, 3, Savannah Murray, 5, Amelia Bennett, 13, Alvina Marie Koshaba, 17, Alyssa Ungsard, 19, Talia Eunice, 20, Annabelle Kroll, 21, Amy Barker, 23, Miriam Zumaya, 27, Charlotte Bradshaw, and 29, Ruby Betro. And on the bench, 6, Maya Khalil, 7, Tyra Bagiante, 8, Mia Natali, 11, Alyssa McKenzie, 28, Frida Caraberis, 30, Charlotte Church, and 38, Tessa Young. So as I said, a number of changes. The Wanderers, they have 3 off the back of their Sapphire Cup midweek loss. Into the starting lineup is Amelia Bennett, Miriam Zumaya, and Talia Eunice. So a great injection of their A-League women's talents. And that leaves Maya Khalil, Mia Natali, and Alyssa McKenzie dropping to the bench. As for Sydney Olympic, 5 changes. They bring in Sophia Varley in goals, Baxter Thew, Maya Fernandez, Jaya Bowman, and Lola Sosai rejoins the starting lineup. That leaves Chloe Carmichael, Bella Voici-Yulden, Morgan Witz, and Tess Quilligan on dropping to the bench, and Tara Bordana is out of the matchday squad. And they've made all those changes off the back of a huge 5-1 win last weekend. Beat the Gladesville Ravens, so still trying to improve this Olympic side, as are the Wanderers. Both have had strong starts to the year, much better than the way they went in 2025. Olympic currently in 7th, the Wanderers sitting 3rd. Meanwhile, last year they were 12th and 13th come season's end, so dramatic turnaround for both of these clubs. It's their first time facing off this season. The Wanderers get the first free kick blown of the day. There's Bennett. For Barker. Retro wide for Keep. And it's one back by Olympic. Wanderers injecting some A-League talent that featured in the red and black this season. Disappointing year for the senior side, ending up wooden spooners in the A-League women's competition and the men's as well. Hoping to do better in this NPL campaign as Eunice puts in a cross, a low header, by Thew, and it'll go out for a Wanderers throw. So building pressure early are the Wanderers. Meanwhile, Olympic have also recruited strongly in this transfer window. Plenty of A-League stars joining the squad. A number from the Central Coast Mariners, as Eunice delivers to the back post, and Varley sees it go out across the face. She's another new signing from Melbourne City. A-League champions down south. Buchanan turns, plays down and over that sideline, so struggling to get out. Our Sydney Olympic. I keep wanting to call them the visitors, even though it's technically an Olympic home game. So a bizarre set of circumstances. Plenty of rain this past week in Sydney means that the Olympic ground not suitable. Although the game is being played on one of the grass fields here at Wanderers Football Park, so perhaps better drainage or a bit less rain at Rudy Hill. Cleared out of the box, but it's back with the Wanderers. Olympic just struggling to keep the ball. It's come to Zumaya. Sosai won't let her past. Excellent switch of play there. Keep. But Olympic win it back. Petkovsky makes a strong tackle on Bradshaw. And then they play the early switch. Sosai, the fullback, getting forward and delivering. Headed down by Bradshaw. Sosai, still with it. Holds on despite the pressure from Zumaya. Bowman for Borromeo. And Bennett scoops up the loose ball. Millie Bennett driving forward, looking to play that gap. Creeps through, but a touch from Milton puts it off Eunice's path. Bennett for Koshaba. Wanderers starting really strong in terms of the possession, yet to have a meaningful shot. The earlier under-23s match was decisively won by the Western Sydney Wanderers. 6-1 the final score. You'd imagine that this first grade game, goals will be a little bit harder to come by, but let's see what plays out. It was Olympic last week with a big win, 5-1 over the Gladesville Ravens. Bennett attempts to get the ball to Zumaya. It's blocked by Buchanan. The Wanderers just look very calm. It's a young team. Exciting youth prospects. They're playing with maturity so far, and Zumaya earns the free kick. She can whip a ball. Though she's leaving that one, it'll be Eunice and Koshaba heading out for the set piece. Everyone else gathering on the edge of the box. An early chance here for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Koshaba delivers, drops around the penalty spot, headed away by Thew. Then Borromeo. Nathan gets a touch. And Olympic, it's come wide to Sosai. Cuts inside. Pass ends up with Nathan, takes a Wanderers deflection on the way through off Murray. Barker lays it off and then gets cleaned up. Advantage being played here for the Wanderers. Borromeo, now Milton for Petkovsky. Tiana Petkovsky, and Koshaba is strong in that challenge. That'll be an exciting matchup for the rest of the evening. But you look across the park and there's star-studded matchups all over the field. These are two teams full of talent who both want to be competing for those finals positions. Koshaba plays the ball forward. Ngsad can't steer it goalward. The Wanderers are building here. Yet to force a save out of Sophia Varley. But they do have the much better of the possession and they're starting to create some opportunities. That pass very well played from Koshaba. He's been having a great season, featured in numerous league-wide team of the weeks. Eunice tries to make the tackle. Petkovsky still has it, plays back. And Olympic work themselves out of a troublesome situation rather well. Pressure coming from Barker. She makes the tackle. Eunice. Nicholas is in pursuit, but the Wanderers look very calm across their back line. Disappointing loss for them midweek. We're in the Sapphire Cup quarter-final versus Manly United and ended up going down 2-0. Switch of play, here's Zamaya. Plays forward for Ngsad. Also Ngsad showing her burst of acceleration. Looks to play the cross in Thew. Some desperate defending. And it's the Wanderers with a corner, the first corner of the evening. Every Sydney Olympic player has a defensive role. Even striker Juliana Nicholas coming back to defend the short. Wanderers keeper Anna Broker right up on halfway. There's plenty of Wanderers ready to attack this ball. As Koshaba delivers, headed away by Thew. Still in that 6-yard box. And a Wanderers throw in. Down by the corner flag. And Koshaba took the corner on the far side. Will come back to her preferred left sideline to take this throw in. Crosses in. Zamaya meets it well. It's blocked. Eunice just slices across that ball. Wanted a little bit more curl. She's produced some wonderful goals this season in the A-League. Just not quite up to her standard on that strike. Few for Petkovsky. Bowman brushes off a couple, plays an excellent ball. Head of Petkovsky. There's numbers arriving for Olympic. Cross comes in for Nicholas. Juliana Nicholas continues. Sosai. And it's Annabelle Kroll with some very safe hands at the back. One of the junior Matildas who qualified for the Under-17 World Cup. Strong showing. The Under-17 Asian Cup recently in that Australian side. Ball comes forward for Eunice. Poor pass there. Bennett recovers well. Back for Eunice. An Olympic have made a shift of their backline. Kai Buchanan had been playing that left centre-back role. Shifts to the right. And Shelby Milton swaps with her, comes on the left now. Tamaya down in the corner. Clever footwork. The cross is blocked. Pops out to Barker. Now Tamaya once again. That delivery makes its way to Ungsad. Now Betro. Ruby Betro off the post. And it's come out to Fernandez. Nicholas stretching for that pass that she just doesn't quite reach. But Wanderers, first hit of the woodwork. Keep for Bradshaw. The pressure comes from Petkovsky. First time pass. Koshaba. Side goes to ground. Wanderers object to no call there from the referee, but nonetheless, play continues here at Rudy Hill. One back quickly by the Wanderers. Koshaba can't hold on for very long. Nicholas turns, bumps off Barker, plays the ball over the top, awkward plays, and Murray with the crucial clearance. Sosai had an open goal if she'd worked out where the ball was. Spinning around, couldn't figure out where the ball had ended up. An Olympic with a fantastic opportunity that they can't capitalise on. There's a great ball over the top from Nicholas. Really awkward position. Kroll coming out, sort of air swung at the ball. And Sosai had the opportunity to put Olympic one goal up and just couldn't figure out where the ball had ended up. So Wanderers get away with one there. Both teams now with some great opportunities just moments earlier. It was Ruby Betro who hit the post at the other end. Murray with the header. Has been a rock at the back for the Wanderers after joining the club this season. Last year with the Northern Tigers. Barker brought to ground. Been in the Wanderers A-League squad a couple of years and also represented Australia in futsal. It's part of the futsal Matildas squad that played at the Asian Cup last year. Bradshaw forward for Ngsad. Was looking for Barker. Pass didn't make it there. It's still with the Wanderers. And Bennett just slices across the ball. It does make its way to Zamaya. Betro can turn. Ruby Betro coming inside. Falls to Barker. Just didn't quite connect on the volley. Or at least not generating the power that she would have liked. An Olympic, after playing short at the back all of the game so far, it's their first long goal kick. Didn't really have any success with it, so we'll see what happens next time. Olympic just holding off that press. Happy to let the Wanderers play in the back. Kroll for Kashaba. Very well brought down. Eunice attempts some trickery. Buchanan won't fall for it on that occasion. For Ngsad. Charlotte Bradshaw carrying forward. Ball over the top. Eunice should get there first. The pressure is coming from Kai Buchanan. The cross played. And Thew gets to it first in the box. Borromeo turning away from Bennett. Plays down the line right to Kashaba though. And Bennett turning. Olympic disagree with that call there, but it will be a Wanderers free kick. Just shifting the ball. Out to the right now are the Wanderers. Keep under pressure. Ball still with Annabella Keep. Gets it away to Bennett. Eunice. Back for Bradshaw. Now Barker. They've taken the pace right out of this game, the Wanderers. Now Murray driving forward. It's Olympic defence doing their job. No forward progression for the Wanderers in about 90 seconds. They're holding on to the ball, but not able to get forward. Bradshaw over the top. Alyssa Ngsad. Sizing up Thew, looks to play the cross in, a little flick with the outside of her foot. And it ends up as a Wanderers corner. So after just consolidating at the back, Playing at the back for a long time there. The Wanderers, their patience pays off. That ball over the top from Bradshaw to Ngsad. Results in a real opportunity here. It'll be Eunice to deliver from the corner flag. Headed away by Bowman. Falls to Betro. And then Sosai. Puts boot through ball and out over the sideline. No, messing around there from the Olympic captain. The night really starting to set in here at Rudy Hill. Still 0-0 between the two sides. They've both had some good opportunities. You'd say the Wanderers have been controlling the game that bit more. But it's Olympic who had an open goal that they probably should have capitalised on. Just one pass too many there. The pressure from the Wanderers proves too much. And Western Sydney able to win the ball back in a dangerous area. Kashaba for Barker. 1-2, Kashaba delivers, makes its way to Zamaya. She's unmarked in the box. Miriam Zamaya in off the post. And Miriam Zamaya gets the scoring going. Western Sydney Wanderers up 1-0 over Sydney Olympic. They'd been building and building, really applying pressure throughout this half. And eventually Olympic couldn't hold on. So fantastic delivery from Kashaba to pick Zamaya out, completely unmarked inside the box, and you just can't be doing that at this level, especially not when it's a player who has the quality of Miriam Zamaya. One back quickly by the Wanderers. It's Ngsad who wants to turn. Baxter with a strong tackle. Here's Baxter Few on the ball now. Bennett. Down the line, ahead of Eunice. Thew coming across. Corner here for the Wanderers. Baxter Thew very much objecting to the call. Eunice, curling delivery meets Betro. Saved at the near post by Varley. And the referee's much closer than me. Thinks Varley touched it out over that baseline. Another corner. This time from the far side, it's Kashaba who will deliver for the Wanderers. Eunice there as a short option. Being waved away. Kashaba's delivery low. Headed away by Thew. Murray looking for support. The strength of Savannah Murray gives time for Bennett to arrive. Her delivery. Zamaya looks to meet it. And Olympic do enough. Buchanan down that sideline. Bradshaw will beat Nicholas to the ball. Eunice with a direct ball out to Zumaya. Wanderers look good in possession. Happy to be patient, especially at the back. Then when they go forward, they like to be direct. That tackle, a combination of Bennett and Betro. Commit the foul on Nathan. Baxter Thew just a couple of meters. Over halfway. Chips a ball up. It's headed away by Murray. Comes out to Bowman. Tackles made by Barker. Now Eunice looks to work it around Buchanan. Unable to do so. Eunice. 1-2 with Bradshaw. Now for Bennett. And Bennett's pulled to ground by Nicholas. Keep just not on the same page there as Zumaya. Inside steps across to apply pressure. Murray. Varley, her clearance straight up. Fernandez. Now for Bowman. Fernandez coming off her maiden campaign in the A-League Women's with the Central Coast Mariners. Inside for Barker. There's real patience, real teamwork to the way the Wanderers are playing right now. Very collective. Go forward. Bennett, poor pass, straight to Buchanan. Sosai's come out to this right-hand side now for Olympic. A little bit of a change. Had been playing on the left. Ball's popped out to Alyssa inside. For Zumaya, flag stays down. She just puts it in the path of the defenders though. And that was a opportunity there for the Wanderers. Olympic turning and playing quickly. Down the other side. Bit of a disconnect there between Petkovsky and Nicholas. After switching to that left-hand side, her and Sosai trading sidelines as Barker goes to ground. Kroll scans the field. Simple pass to Murray for keep. Back for Murray again. Ball over the top from Betro. Ngsard. Pressure arriving from Milton, but Ngsard gets there first. Back for Zumaya. Unmarked. Delivers. And Koshaba very nearly finishes off a spectacular goal. Just wide in the end. But the Wanderers look really, really good. They're playing some nice football out there. Eunice strikes the ball well. Real power off Eunice's shot. The accuracy not quite there. Straight into the arms of Varley. Plays short. The goalkeeper making her first start for Sydney Olympic. Now Nathan for Sosai. Early cross. Bradshaw heads away, ends up with Nicholas. Now for Pitkovsky, and she fires a powerful shot, but straight into the hands of Kroll, who will make no mistake. That pass just slightly ahead of Barker. Olympic back with it. Buchanan tries to pick out the gap. Kashaba's been defending very well on this left-hand side for the Wanderers. Bit of a mix-up at the back there. Murray stretching, recovering the ball. Bradshaw back for Kroll. Now Murray. Eunice. Bit of a shove after the fact from Borromeo. Perhaps frustration creeping in for Sydney Olympic. Kashaba, I think, wanted to get a bit more around that. Ball floated out towards Sumaya. Perhaps she was going for goal. Either way, it ended up in between. Eunice. Fungsad. Save made by Varley. The Wanderers hunting for a second. Borromeo and Eunice, that matchup is getting physical. Borromeo got the better of the teenager on that occasion. Now Bennett for Ngsad. Kashaba steps inside, picks up the bounce. That tackle lasts a while between Thew and Ngsad. Both players desperately trying to hold on to possession. Pitkovsky driving forward. Bennett back for keep. Thew, too much strength for Ngsad. Able to brush past. Plays the ball for Borromeo, now with Bowman. She goes towards goal and a simple catch for Kroll. Had plenty of time to watch that one into her gloves. That's just a real composure about the Wanderers' backline. The one time they've had a slightly rash clearance was when there was an open goal. Apart from that, it's been very controlled, very measured, passing around the back. Happy to dribble inside to attract some pressure and then find the pass. Barker, inside for Betro. Has some room, Ruby Betro. Wide now, Alvina Kashaba cuts inside, Kashaba. That shot just a little too straight. Had to angle it more towards that right post. But it's very well worked down the field by the Wanderers. There's a real connectedness about this young side. Borromeo, little chip for Sosai. Ends up slowing down and she can't quite run onto the ball. Bradshaw, Fungsad, the bounce a bit too short. Thew able to stick a boot in. Kroll goes right. Eunice had wanted it on this left-hand sideline. Zumaya uses her strength, turns and plays off Milton. It's still there for Zumaya. Zumaya from distance, off the post, tapped onto the post by Varley. And Zumaya hunting down a second goal. Acrobatic save from Varley, just tips it onto her post. And the Wanderers are hunting a second before half time. Inside goes to ground. Play continues. Ball ends up back with her. Milton going long, only gets as far as Kashaba. Now Eunice for Bennett. Cutting inside is Bennett. Sosai and Borromeo combine well to win the ball back for Olympic. With Bowman now. Varley shifting that point of attack, gets it out to Milton. Sosai drops for Pitkovsky. One back in the midfield. Barker does well for the Wanderers. Kashaba calls for that early switch. Talia Eunice. An unorthodox block there from Sosai, does the job. Ball gets to Nathan. Ruby Nathan, those long legs, propelling her past Barker. Tries her luck against Bradshaw. Charlotte Bradshaw, very strong in defence. Calmly play it out of a busy area. They have some room on the right. Betro for Zumaya. That pass not quite on the mark. The quick pressure. And the Wanderers are back in possession. Pressure comes at the right moment for Thew. Pitkovsky from distance off that left foot and takes a bounce and into the hands of Kroll. Keep drives forward. Murray for Barker. Back to Betro. Kashaba sizing up Buchanan, plays the ball in behind. Nathan with a good defensive position for Olympic. Buchanan for Nathan. Sosai with some room in the middle of the park. Pressure comes the exact right moment for Barker. Eunice with a little chip in behind. Alyssa Ngsad to foot race. She cuts inside Thew. Back onto the left. Little step over and Alyssa Ngsad delivers. Meets Zumaya. Just gets up and under the ball. Just shy of half-time here at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney with a 1-goal advantage. Thanks to Miriam Zumaya. Farley's goal kick doesn't get that much distance. It's back with Talia Eunice. Clever footwork. For Bennett. Back heel pass gets to Eunice with a bit of room. Talia Eunice delivers, headed away by Thew. Zumaya will get there. Better retreating Petkovsky makes the tackle. Milton down the sideline. Petkovsky for Nathan. Ball ahead of Sosai. It's a foot race between her and Kashaba. Sosai will get there first. He's headed into the corner. Needs to find a way out. Sosai wins a corner. Sydney Olympic with their first corner of the game. It's Juliana Nicholas who will head out to take it. And plenty of height arriving in the box for Sydney Olympic. Certainly got the advantage there. Thew and Nathan. Clearly some very tall targets. Nicholas delivers. It's Petkovsky who very nearly meets the ball at that near post. Nicholas for Borromeo from distance. Goes too high. And that is half-time here at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney lead 1-0 thanks to a goal from Miriam Zumaya. Stay tuned for all the second half action in this round 13 match between the Western Sydney Wanderers and Sydney Olympic just after a short break. they changing? Second half action about to get underway here at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney with a 1-goal lead as things stand, thanks to a lovely strike from Miriam Zumaya. Both sides come out unchanged after half time. For a very cool second half. It is chilling right down here at Rudy Hill. Throw forward for Nathan. Ruby Nathan. Plays it off for Trimus. I do apologise, Peter Trimus is back. She's on the field for Sydney Olympic, placing Rochelle Borromeo. So one change for Olympic after all. It was the Wanderers who got the goal in the first half. They also were very much controlling the tempo of the game. How can Sydney Olympic have an impact in this second half? They've turned to Trimus. He's been shining in the A-Leagues in recent seasons. Turned into a star with the Central Coast Mariners. Usually a winger, but she's slotting into midfield for Sydney Olympic right now. Varley has to release quickly, pressure coming from Zumaya. Now Eunice does play towards the goal scorer. Back for Keat, Betro. Cross to Bradshaw. For Bennett. Murray's ball for Zumaya just has a bit too much weight on it. As I said, both sides much improved from last year. In their inaugural NPL campaign, the Wanderers finished the year 12th. Meanwhile, Sydney Olympic finished 13th. They were also second last in the club championship standings, so knew they would have to improve this year and have recruited well. Both players and coaches, Sam McGowan, doing a fine job leading Sydney Olympic. As that ball goes in behind, it's a foot race. Buchanan will be inside and shelter it out for a goal kick. Last year, these two sides faced off twice, once in round 2. That was a 3-1 win for the Wanderers. Come round 15, new look sides after the A-League transfer window. Barker wins it back quickly there. Betro takes a juggle, but Varley does make the save. But yeah, last year it was Wanderers who won 3-1 early on in the season. Ended up having a few players transfer away from the club. Well, Olympic were getting an influx of players, and they won that second matchup 3-0. Kroll goes long. Few gets there. No Olympic player can secure the ball though. Eunice for Zumaya, offside against the young winger. Interestingly, Olympic are sporting different jerseys. All the new mid-season recruits are playing in a collar-free jersey. Different sponsor across the back too, so bit of a mismatch of uniforms for Sydney Olympic. But these two are sides I was really keen on watching. Game so far has been controlled by the Wanderers, but it's still very much a contest. Alyssa Ngsad goes to ground, no foul, says the referee. She's got it again. Ngsad looking around Milton. I've been on commentary for one Olympic game. It was their round 1 win against the Northwest Sydney Spirit. A lot has changed in their side and across the competition since then. Meanwhile, Wanderers haven't had the chance to watch them this year live. First trip out to Rudy Hill. They've really shown some quality football in the first 45 minutes. And so far it's continuing in the second half. Zumaya with some clever footwork. Into the box now. Delivers. Falls to Ngsad, and Alyssa Ngsad buries it in the back of the net. That's a second for the Western Sydney Wanderers. 2-0. They now lead over Sydney Olympic. And it's a full team celebration. Well, barring goalkeeper Annabelle Kroll. Everyone else quick to go congratulate Alyssa Ngsad. So just moments earlier, Ngsad had an opportunity that she didn't do much with, ended up well off target. She makes amends there. Buries one to double the Wanderers' lead. Olympic on the hunt. Now 2 goals down. Bowman's header ends up with Zumaya. Zumaya for Ngsad. Just one cut too many there from Miriam Zumaya. For Bennett. It's with Barker now. Murray from range. Winds up. Doesn't trouble the Olympic goal. Foul committed there. Nicholas, a little bit too aggressive. Savannah Murray. And Murray with an excellent ball out to Kashaba. Oh, hands going up. Thinking it had gone out. Referee thought the ball was still in play. And it's brought forward by Olympic. Bradshaw makes the tackle. She's been really strong tonight. Eunice taken out. So this Olympic team now down by 2. And you can sense that perhaps frustration's starting to creep in. A few more fouls committed in the recent minutes. Eunice forward for Nsad. Lays it off to Betro. Good use of her body and the feet as well. Ruby Betro does well to get it to Barker. Now for Kashaba, just slightly too far ahead of her. Eunice with the foul, pushing Sosai to ground. Trimmers loses possession cheaply. Wanderers repay the favour. Sosai struggling to get a hold of that pass. Eunice surrounded by blue shirts and still gets away. Natalia Eunice goes to ground. Play continues. Wanderers protesting that call. Poor touch there from Sosai. Wanderers have the throw with Bradshaw. Back to Kashaba. And Ngsad able to turn and spin away from a couple. Bowman is coming to apply pressure. Still Ngsad scoots past her. Delivers a ball over the top of everyone. On this grass field, may hold up. Zumaya wins the throw. Eunice by the corner flag shows her technical ability. There for Barker. Varley, arms fully outstretched. Protects that cross from going through. Buchanan towards Nathan. Can't be controlled by the forward. Annabelle Kroll for Alvina Kashaba. Now with Bennett. Initial pass is blocked. Bennett gets another go. That was Zamaya. Inside, little backheel flick for Eunice on the edge of the box. Talia Eunice just wide with her shot. That could have been something very special. The backheel flick assist from Inside would have certainly made some highlight reels. Pekovsky turns around keep. Pekovsky driving forward. Scored 2 goals last week. He's on the hunt now for Sydney Olympic. Lays it off for Fernandez. Buchanan. Sosai, the captain, delivers into the area just over the head of Pekovsky. Still bouncing around. Murray clears out of the box. Betro and Zumaya with a 1-2. Now for Bennett. Eunice Flicks it on. Kashaba. Ball forward for Ngsad. Looking to cut inside. Buchanan was there as that second defender. Kashaba delivers. And Varley comes out off her line. Ball forward for Trimis. They've come all the way back to Varley now. Talia Eunice. Very close control of that ball. Amy Barker. From outside the box, it takes a deflection out for a corner. The Wanderers just look like a machine at the moment. It's all very well connected. Individually very talented players, but they've obviously been well drilled as well, combining very nicely. Coach Jamie Dibb has got them playing a very exciting brand of football. Kashaba's delivery is met by Thew. Her header goes straight up. And then it's Trimis who is cleaned up. Yellow card shown. I believe the card was given to Barker. But Trimis on the ground and won't be getting up quickly. Substitution coming on here for the Wanderers. Amelia Bennett finished for the evening. Into the action is Tessa Young. Is it? Turn around, let me see. Peter Trimis. Sitting up now. Apologise, it was Maya Fernandez who was down on the ground there. Fernandez looks good to continue though. Meanwhile, the Wanderers substitution. Get a chance to see that jersey. It's Frida Caraberis on into the midfield. Now Sydney Olympic with a double change. Shelby Milton and Tiana Petkovsky both finished. Morgan Witz and Tess Quilligan come into the match for Sydney Olympic. Very nearly a chance there for Olympic. That ball just slightly ahead of Juliana Nicholas. Caraberis, the substitute, looking to get in on the action. Another one of those junior Matildas who shone with the Australian under-17s. So Western Sydney currently lead this one 2-0. They'll go level with UNSW on 30 points if they can see out this win. Although UNSW are on a half-hour delay, they kicked off against Hills United at 5:30. Nicholas is tackled. And it comes out to Sosai. It's bouncing around. Kashaba with a hurried clearance. Gets to Zamaya. Quilligan comes away with the ball though. Tess Quilligan making an impact. Fires a shot. Ends up being quite straight, but Kroll still dives on the ball. So Olympic starting to create some chances. They've had a couple shots in recent moments. Keat squeezes a pass through to Zamaya. Now it's with Barker. Ball over the top. Kashaba won't be able to keep it in the field. Caraberis swings the ball wide for Zamaya. Miriam Zamaya cutting inside. The dribbling was certainly dangerous. The shot was on target, but didn't have the pace to trouble Varley. Bradshaw. Now Murray, limited pressure on her. The centre back drives forward. Still going. Now Zamaya. Got out to Kashaba. She's got some room to move. Alvina Kashaba. Little chip over the top. There were no runners ready to go. So a rare miscommunication for the Wanderers this evening. Everything else has looked really quite connected. Witts, wide for Bowman. Clever overlap run from her. Nicholas. Murray does very well. New ball being retrieved. Sosai doesn't challenge. They're now starting to get the ball in the right areas. They're starting to get shots away, Olympic, but none have been particularly threatening. Caraberis brought to ground. A lot of time trying to find out the perfect spot to take that free kick. Bradshaw cuts past a few. Plays a ball ahead of Kashaba. Varley comes forward, then retreats and makes the save at the near post. Quilligan for Tremis. Back to Quilligan, but Barker makes the sliding tackle. Still with Olympic. Witts. Now for Trimis. Peter Trimis ahead of Nicholas. Just hasn't quite had the pace this evening. Been beaten to most of those through balls by the Wanderers back line. Betro is being hacked up by Trimis, and the referee takes note. So Olympic have dialed up the intensity, but they're still struggling to break this Wanderers backline down. Zumaya calls for the ball off her chest. Bowman steps in to secure the ball. Now it's with Nicholas. Turns past Murray. Vantage is played after Nicholas was held back. Witts' delivery makes its way to Nathan. Gets her head on the ball, but that won't be enough to challenge Kroll in goals. Bradshaw. Few with the header. It's with Fernandez now. Invites Barker in. Quilligan does enough. Now Trimis. Betro shows her strength. Ruby Betro still makes another tackle. Excellent defensive effort from the holding midfielder. Now Talia Yunus gets it out to Zumaya. Little pass in behind. Thew goes to ground. Play continues. Thew remains on the ground. Clutching at her knee is the centre back. Changes actually being prepared for the Wanderers. Nothing yet on the Olympic sideline. It looks like Thew will be all right to continue. Bowman down the line. It's intercepted by Keep. Still with Keep. Eunice towards inside, cleared by Thew. She had a very strong year last year. The Sydney Olympic, played the whole season and then earned herself an A-League women's contract with the Central Coast Mariners. Meanwhile, another double change coming here for the Wanderers. Talia Yunus and Alyssa Unsad are the changes. Luzumaya also making her way to the bench, so Alyssa McKenzie comes into the game at right wing. Zumaya shifts to the left. And then at striker for the Wanderers is Mia Natali. Caraberis can't get past Nathan. Murray steps in to make the tackle. Zumaya. Buchanan. Both teams struggling to hold on to it. There's some excellent tackles being made. Annabella Keep cuts past a couple. Still with Keep. The fullback driving forward. Gets around another. Into the box now is Keep. Tries to square it for Natali. Keep nearly ran the length by herself. It's an excellent run from the Wanderers defender. Almost looked unsure when she got into the box. So used to being at the back. Didn't quite back herself to go for goal. Mackenzie for Natali. Now Barker spins away from a couple. Back for Keep. Barker, Mackenzie. Now Betro. Out for Bradshaw. Zumaya. Nicholas streaming forward, has some room, cutting inside. Juliana Nicholas. Her shot goes across the face. Annabelle Kroll just getting her shoelaces done up before this goal kick will be played. Keep. Just looking for Mackenzie, the pass a little bit behind. An Olympic in a dangerous area now. It's with Bowman. For Nicholas. Clever 1-2s. That last pass a little heavy. It comes back to Nicholas though. Witts. And Sosai goes down in the box. Did look like she might have chosen to go down herself. To put it kindly against Lola Sosai there, but Olympic will come once again. Quilligan, wide for Sosai. For Nathan. Ruby Nathan cutting inside. Shots blocked. Still with Ruby Nathan. Once again, pops back out. Scoots along the top of the box and then pops out for Alyssa Mackenzie. Her chip in behind is rather lacking. Trimmers. Tackled by Betro. Now it comes for Keep. Despite being a really young group of players, they look incredibly mature out there, these Wanderers. Not flustered, even when defending deep. And Mackenzie commits the foul there. Varley. Little chip, controlled well by the American Wits. Now it's with Murray. Poor touch from Barker. Going long and onto the roof of the net from Quilligan. That's probably the closest Olympic have gone. Certainly in this second half, they had a really good opportunity in the first that couldn't be put away by Sosai. And then Quilligan from range lands it on the roof of the net. Bowman. Witts Heads inside. Wits as she's falling. Shot just drops into the arms of Kroll. Fired out to Zumaya. Very well controlled. Has the ball on a string, Miriam Zumaya. Until I said it. Then that touch, bit heavy. Blame that one on the commentator. Varley for Wits. Kept it enough. Now Murray. Bowman just able to slip a pass away. It's with Wits. Mackenzie coming back, makes the challenge. Both players end up on the ground. Wits still on top of Alyssa Mackenzie. Trimis for Quilligan. The two Central Coast Mariners teammates combining. Out to Buchanan, a third Mariner. That's where Olympic have done majority of their mid-season recruiting. Wits looking to play that pass inside. Annabella Keep is then brought down. This whole Wanderers backline has been very strong, very tough in these physical challenges. Kroll. Bowman comes off the back of her head. Thew sends it over the sideline. For Natali, inside, Barker. Trying to slip it in for Kashaba. The defense was up to the task. Now Nathan. There's plenty of room to move. That pass. Not quite sure what Nathan was looking for. Nicholas wasn't making the run in behind. So a little bit of a disconnect in the attacking third from Sydney Olympic. Bradshaw for Kashaba. Able to step inside. Now it's with Barker. Spots the run of Mackenzie. Bowman retreats well to make the interception. Betro steps in. She's been really strong against Peter Trimis in this second half. Alyssa Mackenzie with a burst of pace. Cutting it back. Gets to Zumaya. And Miriam Zumaya into the outside of the net. Time still ticking down here at Wanderers Football Park. Olympic on the charge. They're 2 goals down. Nicholas for Morgan Witts. Bit of dancing, Morgan Witts. Can't put her shot on target. Several Olympic players just warming up on that sideline. Kroll towards Mackenzie. It's Bowman who wins the header. Mackenzie down the line. Natali eager to apply some pressure. Thew driving forward for Trimis. The pass straight to Mackenzie, and the Wanderers will come forward. Olympic forced back into defence once again. Mackenzie delivers. Takes a touch from Quilligan on the way through. The Olympic defence did just enough as Zamaya was lurking on that back post. Another change here for the Wanderers. Ruby Betro heads to the bench after really quite an excellent game from her holding that midfield. Maya Khalil enters the game. Had started midweek when the Wanderers lost their Sapphire Cup quarter-final. 2-0 to Manly United. But now the Lebanese international joins the action. Bradshaw has lots of time. It's with Kroll now. Some footwork from the goalkeeper. Khalil picks it up. Fires a ball. Mackenzie will almost get there. Bowman does just enough. Jaya Bowman. Now for Maya Fernandez. Tess Quilligan. Heads out to Buchanan. They're forced all the way back. Handball there from Khalil. Baxter Thew for Sosai. Now Zalvina Kashaba with the block. Couple more Olympic changes coming. Maya Fernandez and Ruby Nathan will be replaced. On comes Maya Braun. And Bella Voici-Yulden. Ball makes its way to Trimis. It's blocked well by Kroll. A corner coming here for Olympic though. Can they halve the deficit? Apart from the spare goalkeeper, everyone else has now come off the bench for Olympic. Can those substitutes make an impact? It's Nicholas to deliver the set piece. Bouncing around at that far post. It was Khalil who went to ground in the box. Pops up but is clutching the side of her head. Looks to be clutching her ear perhaps. Now the Wanderers, after playing short all evening, are being pushed forward. Annabelle Kroll wants to take this goal kick long. Bit sick of defending. Perhaps is Annabelle Kroll. It's come out to Khalil. Now Zumaya plays back to her. Barker for Sav Murray. Now for Keep. Kroll goes long. Mackenzie was the intended target. Was dealt with by Bowman. Now Nicholas makes the tackle. Keep. Her pass blocked by Braun. Trimis fires her shot, blocked by Murray, and it's still bouncing around on the edge of the Wanderers box. Struggling to find a way out. Olympic, with all their substitutes in the action, stepped up their defensive presence. The Wanderers just struggling to find that go forward. Really, since Ruby Betro went to the bench, she'd been very strong, holding that central midfield. And her absence is noticeable. Free kick here. Sydney Olympic. Quilligan delivers. Blocked by Barker, still bouncing around. It's popped out towards Thew. Baxter Thew. Into the side netting. Once again, Kroll wants to go long. Sosai. Inside, Juliana Nicholas winds up from distance. Just over the goal. So Olympic throwing everything at it. Desperate to find a goal and try and get back into this game. As the ladder sits right now, they're in 7th place. Equal on points, but ahead because of goal difference, ahead of the Northern Tigers, who are currently playing a match at Lambert Park against RPL Leichhardt. They've also got Manly United just 2 points ahead, who are playing in the match of the round against Sydney University. So there's some room to move if they can find a win. But 2 goals down, and they haven't been the better side so far this evening. It would take a special comeback. Natali bounces away from Bowman. Now Barker plays the ball in behind Mia Natali. Beats Thew. And then the experience of Baxter Thew. The strength. Looks very calm as she uses her body and speed to make that tackle. Now Alyssa McKenzie. Wanderers have brought it all the way back to Murray. Khalil does well after an initially heavy touch. Stretches, makes the pass to Barker. Come out to Bradshaw. For Kushaba, cutting inside. Slips the pass. Caraberis from range. Makes a good connection, but straight into the chest of Sophia Varley. Quilligan for Voice Yulden. Just keep it in. Down the sideline. Keep was well positioned. And then a good little chip pass from her. Gets to McKenzie. Good strength from Bowman, and that's full time here at Wanderers Football Park. It's the Western Sydney Wanderers defend their home turf, get a 2-0 win over Sydney Olympic. First half goal from Miriam Zumaya, and second half Alyssa Ngsad proved the difference in this exciting matchup between the Wanderers and Sydney Olympic. I'm Annabelle Bamfield. Thanks for tuning in, and Stay across all the other NPL New South Wales women's games for the rest of the season on the Football New South Wales YouTube page.